guys, welcome back to my vlog channel. So today, I just counted, I am 18 days post-surgery. I swear time is both flying, it's going so quick, and at the same time, it feels like it's crawling. But anyways, if you're new to my channel, I had double jaw surgery, like I just said. I realized I haven't really explained why I got double jaw surgery since my very first video when I first got my braces put on. So I've been doing a whole series documenting my jaw surgery experience. I will put the playlist up above if you want to check it out. But anyways, basically, okay, maybe I'll talk about it a little bit later because I just want to get this video started. But yeah, as you guys can see, I'm talking pretty well. My swelling is like mostly gone. I still feel really swollen like in my cheeks, and I don't have full sensation in like my lips and like this side of my face mainly. But like talking is not really a problem. My mouth just feels really tight. So like it feels like it's stretching a bit when I'm talking. And also if I try to like smile, it's just like, it's so weird. Like this side is smiling and this side isn't, but I can feel this side more. So anyways, I know that will all get better in time. But yeah, I've been feeling really good. And today I'm actually gonna start exercising again. Up until now, I've just been going on like tons of walks because I can't stay sitting all day long. So just been doing lots of walks. I'm booked in for a Pilates class this morning. So I'm gonna go to that and see how it goes. I mean, I can really like take it as easy as I want or push myself as hard as I want. So obviously I'm going to be taking it pretty easy and try to not do anything that's like putting pressure on my face or like leaning on my face and whatnot. But yeah, so the plan for today, I'm going to show you what I've been eating, some of the things I've been doing to recover from double jaw surgery. I did show a lot of this in my last video, which was I think 5 days post-surgery. So I have a few like updates. Oh, also later in the video, I'm going to talk to you about the actual surgery experience. Because in the last video I shared, I couldn't really talk very much. So yeah, I couldn't really tell you about it, but I'll tell you about it today. So this has been my morning routine lately, is making my shake, which I showed you in my last video, and then just sitting outside and enjoying the sun because it is finally summer here in Australia. So in the shake I used health code, the chocolate macadamia meal replacement, which I showed you in the last video. Honestly, so good. This stuff has been a lifesaver, helping me to make sure I'm getting enough protein and enough calories and enough nutrients in general. Then just a banana for some taste and texture. Even though the chocolate macadamia one does taste really good, I like it a lot more than the vanilla one. Vanilla's not bad, but the chocolate macadamia is just so good. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Actually, one more thing I wanted to mention. In the last vlog I did, I was using the syringe to eat, and I realized like the next day that I'm actually able to sip a lot better now. So the syringe is long gone. It was so annoying. Yeah, I was pretty lucky. They didn't end up closing my jaw completely with elastic, so it does open a little bit. And yeah, sipping and like kind of slurping if I'm eating soup using a spoon, that's been working a lot better for me than the syringe, which I'm really happy about. Yeah, a lot of you guys were laughing about me using the syringe in the last video, and it was pretty funny. Like, I'm glad you could laugh, because I was laughing at it. In my jaw surgery essentials video, I showed this to you. This is an ice roller, and honestly, this has been so good. I swear it helps with the swelling a lot, so swear by this. I have a few minutes before I have to head out to my Pilates class, so I guess I'll just quickly recap why I had jaw surgery. I did talk about this, as I said before, in the first episode of this series, so if you want to know more about it, you can go back to that video. But basically, my teeth, they used to meet at the tips when your top teeth should kind of go in front of your bottom teeth. And so this meant my lower jaw was too far forward, my upper jaw was too far back. I didn't have an underbite, it was like just about an underbite, but also my teeth, they didn't quite touch at the tips. There's a little gap in between. And because of this, it made like eating difficult. Like I literally couldn't bite through food. I would have to like dig my teeth into it and tear it. So if I was eating anything that was thin, like I couldn't do it. A noodle, for example, like it would, like I couldn't bite through it. So yeah, things like that was just a little bit difficult. Also, my back molars just clashed more than they should, so they were gonna chip eventually. It was a non-cosmetic surgery. It was covered by my health insurance. Not all of it, but a significant portion of it. That being said, there was things cosmetically about it that I didn't like. Obviously, my teeth didn't sit properly, and my bottom jaw was also kind of crooked, or it was bigger on one side than the other. So that meant when I smiled, like my tongue would stick through the gap on one side, which, I hated. I actually couldn't even close my jaw comfortably. It was always hanging open, but I trained my lips to stay shut. So like it would look like my jaw was closed, but like my jaw was hanging open, but my lips were shut. And I just couldn't close it and keep it closed comfortably. So now it just already feels so much better just how it is sitting. So also like, yeah, obviously on my profile, like my jaw was really steep and like it looked like I had an underbite, so I didn't like that. I don't think I would have got this surgery just for cosmetic reasons. It was obviously a big inconvenience for eating and whatnot as well, and just the damage that could be done to my molars eventually. But yeah, so that is the short answer to why I had jaw surgery. Look at all the different soups I've made. So I have a cauliflower one, that's in both of these, a tomato one, and then there's a chicken one down here that I actually made before my surgery, so I'm gonna have to blend that up, so because I can't eat the pieces of chicken, but that should be good. I found focusing more on soups and shakes has been better for me than trying to like eat things like scrambled eggs. I'll still have those once in a while, but it's just like, you just have to have such small bites that it's like not satisfying to eat, and it's very tedious and it takes a long time, and then I get food all over my face. So I mean, soups and shakes, those have been my absolute go-tos, and yeah, just trying to mix it up with different flavors of soups, all bone broth based, so full of good protein, collagen, lots of things that are great for repairing tissues. Okay, so I got home from Pilates a little while ago. I've just sort of been like floating around, doing some things around the house. If you feel like you're not progressing in the gym, and if you feel like you aren't building muscle, take a few weeks off. And oh my God, like we were just doing bridges and stuff, and like my legs were shaking because I haven't done any exercise except for walking for almost 3 weeks. So yeah, that was fun. No, it was actually really good, just to get moving. And yeah, a lot of things were like pretty challenging, but I know it's just because I haven't moved in that way for a few weeks. So I feel like I'm going to be pretty sore tomorrow, but that's to be expected. Anyways, I think I'm going to heat up some of the cauliflower soup now and maybe put some shredded cheese on that. So let's do that. And also on the note of soup, I wanted to talk to you guys about blenders because I have 2 blenders I've been using for different purposes, and honestly, like, I don't know what I would be doing without these blenders. Let me show you. Okay, so this blender I have had for years. I believe it's called the Ninja Hot and Cold Foodie, something along those lines. I'll link it down below, but I really love this because it's glass. So like, you shouldn't put hot liquids in plastic. Toxins and stuff leach off from the heat into your food and then you consume them, so that's not great. So I love that this is glass because it's really hard to find a glass blender. So this is what I've been using for soup, and it comes with this cookbook, or like little, I don't know, little cookbook, I guess, and tells you exactly how to make the soup, and you can pretty much just like add whatever you want. Yeah, so I usually put some butter in first, then I add onion, and then I add some garlic. That's usually just been my base. Then you click saute, and it chops that up and cooks it for 5 minutes. Then you can add whatever other veggies you want. So the one I did today, I added some cauliflower, and I think that was pretty much it. And then the base, I just do bone broth always, and sometimes add some extra collagen powder in as well, just for some extra protein. And then select smooth soup, and it takes about 30 minutes, blends it all up, cooks it, and turns out perfect. And I have pretty much used this recipe for all of my soups. I made a tomato one, I made a broccoli one. What else have I made? Oh, a cream of mushroom one. So I added mushrooms in, and then also some cream, obviously. That was delicious. And there's also like hearty soups you can make, so instructions for that. It obviously doesn't blend it up as good, but that is not ideal if you can't chew. So this I swear by. The second blender is this little one here. I can't remember what it's called, but it's something like, oh, what is it called? I don't know, it doesn't say there. Again, I'll link it down below. I think this one is only like $100, and it comes with like attachments. So you literally add everything in as you saw me do this morning, screw on the blade, then you just clip it. Oh, it's hard to do with one hand. Clip it into place. Then you'll click smoothie if you're doing a smoothie, or if you're doing like more of a smoothie bowl, you can use this smaller attachment. And I don't know if you can see, but there's like a different thing on top. So like you turn it while it's blending as well, and that just helps if it's a little bit thicker. And then just take it off. You can put this lid on top and then just drink straight from here. So this has been just like super, super easy. In the last vlog I did, I actually forgot this blade piece at my friend's house. So I was doing all my shakes and whatnot in here, but like this just makes life so much easier. And yeah, that's my little rundown on my blender setup. I use both of those multiple times a day. Well, actually, like the soups, I made a bunch of soups yesterday, as I showed you. So easy to use. Like, don't even really need to chop anything. Just chop the onion in half, break up the cauliflower, throw it all in, and the blender does the rest. Highly recommend. And especially the little one for just shakes and stuff. Like, I swear this video is not sponsored by Ninja, even though I have worked with them in the past, but like, honestly, such a fan of their products. I am so badly procrastinating getting started on the work I need to do. I have an inbox that is absolutely full of emails that I have been putting off and need to get to, and today was supposed to be the first day that I'm like getting back to work, so working on new videos, new content for Instagram, etc. But yeah, I've just been it's honestly so nice outside, and when it's nice out I just want to go for walks all the time. So I kind of wish it was raining because then I could be a bit more productive, but at the same time I'm still so far ahead on like my YouTube content, especially. I still have like 3 weeks worth of videos ready to upload for you guys. And also at the same time, this is technically work. Vlogging is technically work for me, so can't complain. But anyways, I should be getting into it. I thought I would just quickly talk to you about my actual experience with the jaw surgery. Oh, hello. You're the best. Because like I said, I couldn't really talk about it in the last video because I couldn't talk properly. And now I can talk properly, mostly properly. Like it feels weird. My mouth just feels really tight, but it's not painful or anything. And yeah, so the actual surgery itself was scheduled for, I think I had to be at the hospital for like noon, which was kind of annoying. I would have rather it have been in the morning, but anyways, what can you do? So I had to fast for 6 hours before the surgery. I think they said, or maybe it was only 5 hours, they said I could wake up and eat something before 6 a.m. or before 7 a.m. But I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna have dinner the night before and then just fast until. So yeah, the surgery itself was pretty straightforward. Just got to the hospital, went through everything, and then you're just out for the surgery. You wake up and it's all done. Can't really remember waking up. Obviously, you're on a lot of like medication to put you out, so like you're pretty high when you wake up. It's funny, my friend who dropped me off, she was supposed to be coming in to visit me after the surgery, and she was like waiting on the hospital to call, and they like hadn't called yet, so she kept calling in, and they're like, okay, you just have to wait. And so she was like kind of freaking out because then it was, I don't know, like 9:30 p.m. and she's like, oh, like I still haven't heard. So she called, and then the last time she called, the lady's like, oh yeah, I'll just like put her on the phone, like she's awake now. So, and she's like, what? Like, how could she talk? Anyway, so like we spoke on the phone, and I like barely remember this. Yeah, that whole 2 days I spent in the hospital is a little bit fuzzy. The first night I was in ICU, so that was good. I mean, like, it was fine. I'm just lying there all the time. They give you the pain meds and you pretty much pass out. So I wasn't in any pain. And if I was at all, then they would just give me more medication and then I'd just be sleeping. The second night I was just in like general care. And oh, this is one thing I wanted to talk about, because I obviously did a lot of research, watched a lot of YouTube videos and whatnot before the surgery. And I guess like I had the instructions from my surgeon about what to eat and what to do after the surgery. But then looking up so much stuff online, I kind of like mixed all that together. So I was under the impression that I had to have like liquids for, I don't know, like the first at least few days, maybe first week, and like no scrambled eggs or anything. But the day after my surgery, my surgeon came in to see me and he's like, oh, have you eaten anything yet? And I hadn't eaten anything. And he's like, oh, like, why haven't you eaten? And I'm like, oh, like, I don't know, I haven't been hungry, and like I just didn't think I could eat anything yet. And he's like, oh no, like you can have like scrambled eggs and like da 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 and this and that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then they brought me all the food, and it was like yogurt, like frozen yogurt. What else did I have? I don't know. There was like orange juice and like a shake and like a bunch of other stuff. I pretty much had all of it, even though I know probably some of it, ingredients wouldn't have been good and whatnot. But at that point, I think I'd been fasting for like at least a day and a half, probably longer. And I was like, okay, like I need to actually like eat something, because that'll also help with like the nausea from the pain meds and the antibiotics and whatnot. So yeah, but that was one thing I guess from reading stuff online, I thought I wasn't going to be able to eat right away, and I totally was. So yeah, just make sure that you're really clear on what your doctor, what your surgeon is recommending, and don't get it too mixed up with even what I'm saying and like what other people say online, because it'll be different for everyone. Yeah, and then the second morning I had like scrambled eggs and stuff, and like, as I've said many times, it's just my mouth only opened like a little bit. So to take the spoon and like put the food in, you have to have just like the tiniest little bites. So it's very tedious. But anyways, yeah, just wanted to say that because I don't know, there's been a few things where I've been like, oh, I thought I had to do this. And they're like, no. And so yeah, whatever. Yeah, when I left the hospital though, so my friend picked me up. I went to her place. I was still like pretty out of it. I can remember just like sitting on the couch and I don't know, like watching TV or something. And I just started to feel so nauseous. Like, you know, when you just feel so sick and you just don't want to move, that's how I was feeling. And I was like, oh my God. Anyways, I ended up like puking my guts up, which was not fun at all. And yeah, I was like really worried at that point, because I'm like, well, I've barely eaten anything for the last couple of days. Like I did eat at the hospital and stuff, but like I said, I fasted for a day and a half. Plus I was like, I don't want to be puking up the pain medication and whatnot and like all this. So I was pretty stressed out about that and just like worrying, because I'm a huge worrier. I called my surgeon. He like prescribed an anti-nausea, which she went and picked up, and I think I took it once and then like puked again right after, and then was kind of like, okay, like didn't take anything again for a bit and just started to feel better. By the next day, I was totally fine, and I haven't felt nauseous since. But that first day home from the hospital, oh my God, I was like, what have I gotten myself into? This is absolutely horrible. Since then, though, it has been like totally fine, just getting better every single day. I really haven't taken any pain meds for like past day 10. Like I was slowly decreasing how much I was taking every day, and I've really only been taking like the hard pain medications at nighttime. I was just taking like ibuprofen during the day. Swelling was the worst 3 days after surgery. I'll put a photo up here. After that, like I said, just got better and better, and I really think that the ice rolling and red light therapy helped with that. The red light therapy, especially with the bruising, like I didn't have too much bruising. It was just like on my chin and on my neck a little bit, and that went away really fast. Also with the scarring, so they had 2 small incisions on either side, which had stitches. I don't know if you'll be able to see on camera. Where is it? That's one of them. And that's the other one. So they're not looking too bad. I'm pretty confident that you'll barely be able to see them. And if you can see them, not the end of the world. I'm not too fussed. I have like chicken pox scars, and I don't know. Earlier this year I was really stressed and like randomly was breaking out all down my cheek here. So I have some scarring from that, which has never happened to me ever in my life. But it's been a long year. Kind of happy it's almost over. But yeah, so day 1 home from the hospital was the worst. Day 3 was the worst for swelling. Beyond that, the most challenging thing, it hasn't been painful. It's just been uncomfortable. Like you're just so swollen, and like right now my mouth just feels so tight that it's just like a little bit inconvenient and just like a weird sensation honestly. I'll get like some like tingling in like my chin and my lips, and like, Maisie, can you not eat my plant, please? Maisie, come on. What are you doing? Come here. Don't do that. Pain hasn't been too bad. It's just uncomfortable, and the swelling and whatnot. I guess that's pretty much it for now. If I remember anything else that I need to tell you. I guess the hardest part has just like been figuring out what to eat and making sure that I eat enough. Right now I've been just mainly focusing on liquids just because it's easier to get enough. And because it's just been so hot out, it's been nice to have like kind of smoothie bowls and stuff with the shakes. So I've probably been having about 3 shakes a day. 1 or 2 of those I'll make into a bowl. So it's just like, I don't know, mixing it up and making it a little bit more interesting to eat. And then I'll probably have soup 2 times a day. Every couple days, some salmon, some avocado, some eggs. But that's pretty much just been what's working for me, so I'm just sticking with it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's pretty much it. But yeah, I'm really happy with the results so far. I can't wait till I can actually smile and show you how my bite is sitting. Right now, it's just like an awkward half smile. Why is this side smiling and this side not? Anyways, I'm really excited to see like the final results when my face is fully back to normal, because I don't look too swollen if I don't say anything and if I don't move my mouth, but then as soon as I move my mouth, it feels and looks a little bit awkward. But anyways, yeah, I'm really happy with it so far, and I want to keep making vlogs like this so that you guys can, 1, see how I'm doing, and 2, if any of you are going to be going through jaw surgery soon, can kind of see what it's like. Anyways, I will check in with you guys in a little bit. That was supposed to be like a smoothie bowl, but it didn't turn out as thick as I wanted it to, but doesn't really matter. I can still eat it with a spoon the same way. All right, so I did actually end up getting quite a bit of content for Instagram done, which is really good. But I think I'm going to wrap this video up here because, I mean, I can show you me making more soup, but I don't think that's very exciting. But let me know if you want me to share some of my favorite soup recipes in another video. I think that could be helpful because, yeah, it is a little bit difficult to keep mixing it up and keep coming up with ideas. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.